Hello, Internet. This is Ewan Spence and ESC Insight calling. 'Twas the week before Super Saturday, and not a creature was stirring, not even a yours. Coming up, it's a last-minute change at Melfest, the return of Alexander Rybak, and watch out this week for Ringo Star. Yes, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Ewan Spence here with you, and another week of news from around the continent and beyond as we get ready for the Eurovision Song Contest in May. The national finals are in full swing. We have a rough idea what the semi-finals are going to look like. We've got results, we've got internal selections, we've got everything that you're going to have to try and watch this Saturday, and it is a busy one. So, let's get underway. Let's start off with probably the biggest impactful news on the contest in May is the draw for the semi-final places. Okay, taking place in Rotterdam, Tuesday, so 6 days ago, as far away from this podcast as is possible. Top half and bottom half of each semi-final were drawn because those are basically allocating the rehearsal days as well. So if you're in semi-final one, top half, you gotta be there for the first day of rehearsals, fourth days for the bottom half of semi-final two. So, top half semi-final one, we're going to be in for the long haul: Australia, Belarus, Ireland, Lithuania, North Macedonia, Russia, Slovenia and Sweden. Bottom half semi-final one: Azerbaijan, Belgium, Croatia, Cyprus, Israel, Malta, Norway, Romania and Ukraine. Also voting in that semi-final will be Italy, Germany and the hosts Netherlands. Is the big five, and hosts have to vote in at least one in at least one. They have to vote in one. They can't vote in both. Right, semi-final two, top half: Austria, Czech Republic, Estonia, Greece, Iceland, Poland, Moldova, San Marino and Serbia. Bottom half: Albania, Armenia, Bulgaria, Denmark, Finland, Georgia, Latvia, Portugal, Switzerland. Also voting France, Spain and the United Kingdom. And somewhere in there is a brilliant Animaniacs song. We've got details back on their website on who we think the winners and losers are. Fred Price, John Egan over at 58points.com has got a statistical analysis, and as you can expect, there's been lots of discussion in all the chat rooms and places that we see. Nations picked up the Reddit channel and r/Eurovision has been talking about the semi-final draw as well. We're going to be analysing that one, as Ellie points out, for about 4 months, and then when we get the actual running order of the grand final, we have about a day and a half. Right then, what else we got? Show details. All the details are ready. The second wave of tickets that went on sale last week are now being sold out as well. There will be another batch going on in sale in March, presumably when the final camera positions and the staging have all been decided and locked in. Two other bits of note from EBU-wise. Of course, everybody's travelling back from the heads of delegation meeting. There's lots of stuff probably being decided that will be announced over the next couple of months. We're not seeing Morocco at Eurovision this year. This should not come as a surprise. We haven't seen them since 1980, I think. But there has been mention that the EBU has been in discussion with them. Now, I'm sure the EBU are in discussion with every full member of the EBU every year to go, do you want to do Eurovision, to be honest? Because we can take quite a lot more than the 40 of that we're used to over the last couple of years. So this story that's popped up, I just think is going to be one of those miscommunications somewhere that's been picked up and magnified, and oh, they're talking to Morocco. It's probably just an email going, you're not entering this year, are you? Nope. Okay. That's that. Eurovision Village, though, we do have that sorted out. It will be in Binnenrotte, obviously in Rotterdam. It currently has a very vibrant market. Arrangements are going to be made so that the market can continue to operate during the Eurovision festivities. Right, we got some results and some internal selections to go through. Okay, let's start with the two from the internal selections. Let's start with Greece and their internal selection of the singer Stefania Libarkakis. She's aged 17, and Eurovision watchers will note Stefania's performance in Junior Eurovision 2016 with Kisses and Dancing, where she sung in a girl group for the Netherlands. Curious, that one. Song is going to be called Supergirl. for Rotterdam. No details on the song or what it sounds like. That will follow in due course. Also, if not, composer of the song is no stranger to Eurovision as well. It's Dimitrios Kontopoulos. It's his 10th Eurovision entry, and joining him as the creative director is Fokas Evangelinos. So we have a strong traditional team from Greece. Over in Spain, Blas Canto, of course, has already been announced as the singer, but this week he debuted the song he'll be taking to the Song Contest Universo, which translates as Universe, now available on YouTube and in the usual places. Okay, brace yourself. We've got a lot of national final results to go through here. Not as much as next podcast, because Super Saturday's coming up on the 8th. But for now, okay, we have one actual complete. Czech Republic have decided their song and singer for Eurovision 2020. Benny Cristo will be singing Kamama for the Czech Republic. He came first in the app-based televote, second with the juries. It's a 50-50 split, so he takes the top spot. 7 ran. First of two semi-finals over in Lithuania, so we have our first 4 names through to the national final, and they are Karaya, Ruta Loop, East Pilveliet, and the Roop. 9 ran. Over in Poland, first semi-final of 3, and this week's theme was ABBA songs. Next week is Eurovision songs, and the week after that is the Beatles. And no, that's not the Ringo Star mention, but I've just realised we've got 2 of them in the show. So there we go. Out of the first semi-final, Kazia Daren has qualified there. 7 ran. Sweden, Melodifestivalen, Heat 1, of course it's 2, going direct to Friends Arena. That's the Mamas and Robin Bengtsson getting through there, both of which have been on the Eurovision stage previously. Robin Bengtsson, but they can't go on, and the Mamas as backing singers last year. Andra Chansen, we have Felix Sandman, who's been highly tipped this year, so but he's going to have to take the long road round, and Malu Pritz going through as well. 3 fallers, 7 ran. Over in Norway, Magnus Bogan has won through the double duel of 4-2-1 in the 4th semi-final of MGP. His song Over the Sea, of course, co-written by Alexander Rybak. 4 ran. We've been keeping half an eye on both Israel and Malta, and they're going into their final shows of their selection progress now. So over in Israel, in the final, which is taking place tomorrow, Tuesday the 4th, we have Elali Lahav, Idin Alend, Gaia Shaki, and Or Aramari Brokma. Now, the singers are selected on Tuesday, but the song selection, which is going to be involve the public, doesn't take place until March the 3rd, so we'll only get half of the equation sorted out by this time next week. Over in Malta, we have the 4 finalists from Malta X Factor as well. We have the group FAITH, Faith, Justine Shorfield, Akal Karajar, and Destiny, of course, their winner at Junior Eurovision as well. Gather myself for next week, because that bit's going to be busy. But for now, let's head round the other countries. Okay, obviously, of course, there's lots of national finals and preparations going on for the upcoming weekend. So a lot of what's been going on this week has been countries going, here are all our songs. So we're not going to list every song and sing, but we'll take note of a couple of them. Over in Australia, all 10 songs are now published for this weekend's national final on the Gold Coast. That's going to kick off Super Saturday if you're over here in Europe, because of the time difference. It's going to be like 9 a.m, so you can watch it over breakfast. 53 songs applied for the Armenian national final. 12 have made the cut. That's going to be a one-shot national final, but we got a bit of space for that. It's the 15th of February, so we can leave Armenia for a week in our headspace. Over in Belarus, last week we had the delights of the open audition process, with live streaming something like 50 odd acts, all wanting to represent their country. Countless Eurovision fans watching there as well, watching the hopefuls and picking up their fan favourites, most of them falling, it has to be said. 12 are remaining, and they will take part in the national final of February the 28th. Croatia, 16 songs for Dora have been confirmed. It's a one-shot national final. That's going to take place once more in the coastal town of Opagia on the 29th of February. Denmark, we had 3 radio qualifiers. 2 wildcards were also selected by the Danish broadcaster DR to get to 5 that will be going through of the finals. Those wildcards go to Emil and Jimmy Talbot. There are also 5 chosen to go direct. Lots of attention being drawn here. All the songs are available on YouTube, but we'll just highlight the one that everybody's been raising their eyebrows at, which is the only Gothenvälsla, and some curious choices of artist names and lyric. Go and have a listen. You'll enjoy that one. Ireland, no news on the act just yet, but we've been told it's a bop, so that clears up everything. But we do have a name for the creative director, which also gives us potentially a hint of where things are going. Philip McMahon is from theatre and entertainment company This Is Pop Baby. Now, shows there include some best-selling shows out in the Dublin Fringe, with Riot winning the prize in 2017, and all the way through that, and touring acts and reviews to the drag artist Panty Bliss. So there's a lot of impact that is behind McMahon, and we'll see what that brings to RTE's entry. We're expecting an artist and a song at some point. It could be soon, it could be a couple of weeks today. We're not quite sure. Italy, Sanremo starts soon. Not only do we have to get ourselves ready for Super Saturday with a ridiculous number of shows and finals, we've got a week of Sanremo going up too. Right, so Tuesday we'll see half of the artists sing, and Wednesday will be the other half of the artists sing, and that's the first chance we'll get to hear all of the songs. Tuesday, watch out for Achille Largo, Anastasio and Rafael Golazzi. Of course, Golazzi is a former Eurovision singer for Italy. Anastasio's, a lot of people are tipping him at this point to make a good run at winning the overall contest. And Achille Largo, just building on their previous appearances, I think are going to be a strong act. Wednesday, 3 to watch out for there as well. Elettra Lamborghini, who's made a lot of progress in YouTube videos. Just go do the search and you'll find out why. Former Eurovision singer Francesco Gabbani is going to be there. And of course we have my favourite band name still in the running, now that We All Poop has been kicked out of the Czech Republic's contest. It's Tactical Nuclear Penguin and their song Ringo Star. Ding, 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 ding. We're going to have a guide to how to watch Sanremo up on the website very, very soon, Tuesday or Wednesday. And it's also just one point to note here. In like previous years, where the first question comes from our good friend Eddie at the press conference to the winner of Will You Go to Eurovision, all the acts have already told RAI yes or no, and they're not allowed to back out. So the question was, if you win, will you do Eurovision? Yes, no. And if they didn't tell RAI, they're not getting to do the live show. So RAI know who's going to go if they win. If someone wins and they don't want to go, then I'm pretty sure it goes down to RAI's choice, although there will be a temptation to ask who's second and who's third, much as we had with Stadio a couple of years ago, who handed over that over, and Francesca Michelin was selected in the end. Right, Finland. We have another broadcaster with all the songs now published at 6 in the case of Wiley, ahead of the one-shot national final that's UMK on March the 7th. Also worth noting, tickets are now on sale if you want to attend that final. Georgia, a little bit of progress here. We have a song name. Now, of course, we previously had the artist. Now we know that Turnik is going to be singing the song Take Me As I Am. What we don't have is the song. That will be published at some point in the near future. Germany. More details are going to be announced on Germany's selection of February the 10th. But so far, we do know that there will be a televised selection show on February the 17th. But, 1, it's only 45 minutes long. And 2, it is a time-delayed broadcast, which generally means I think they're going to be recording as if it was live, but obviously they can't do any sort of phone voting or audience interaction in this case. So I have a sneaky feeling this is going to be the presentation of an internal selection, but we will know soon enough and keep you up to date on the podcast and over on Twitter and Facebook as well. Norway are continuing the process of their semi-finals being announced on Monday before the Saturday that they perform. This weekend, of course, is the last semi-final in MGP. The singers are going to be Ellen in the Woods, Lisa Vasilieva, Jenny Jensen and Kevin Boyne. Romania are doing something interesting this year. Songwriting camp is underway all this week, and it's going to be televised with sort of highlights in the evening, like sort of wrap-up of Big Brother. That's going to be on TVR. It's also going to be able to watch on YouTube as well. 5 songs are going to be selected here. They'll go forward into a public show on March the 1st. We're waiting to hear more details about the singer. Best we have so far is the shortlist is 1 male and 2 female artists. Our understanding is that the chosen singer will sing all 5 songs, and then the public will decide on the song, but it's still a little bit in flux, so we'll keep you up to date with that as it goes through. Slovenia. All 12 songs now have snippets of them released, not the full songs yet. Just a little bit of clips of them. February 22nd for the show there. 12 running, and their jury will select 2 to go forward to the super final, and then the public will have 100% vote on the super finalists. Over in Sweden, slight change to Melodifestivalen due to an upcoming court case involving Thorsten Flink. SVT are going to be replacing the singer before this weekend's semi-final in Melodifestivalen. The G-song composed song Miracle Masted, which was going to be Thornson's, is going to remain in the contest, but it's now going to be sung by Jan Johansson, who's previously won Melfest and therefore became Sweden's Eurovision singer in 1995. And I think he did a duet with Pernilla Wahlgren in the first decade of the 21st century. Yeah, I've forgotten the year. Sorry about that, but he's been there. You'll find it on YouTube. There we go. That's your country news. Right, okay, so for those who want to keep up to date with Melodifestivalen, Ben Robertson is going to be having a weekly podcast report from that because he's following the circus all the way around. You'll be able to hear that over on our Patreon page, patreon.com/ESC Insight. We've got an introduction and you can listen back to his predictions in semi-final 1 and see how well he did. Friday, we'll see the preview of semi-final 2 going up there as well. Over on the website, keep an eye out early this week for a how to watch Sanremo guide. And of course, we're going to be bringing up some older articles from the archives when they become relevant, and you'll find them listed up on Twitter and Facebook posts throughout the week. And of course, every Friday we'll have our newsletter coming out as well, detailing off what's happening that weekend and look back at some of the bigger stories from John Lucas. You can either read that from the links at the website, or you can sign up online when you head over to the website. There's a nice ESC Insight newsletter. Click there and give us your email address. We'll send it out to you as well. In the next 7 days, what's being broadcast? Quite a bit. Right, okay. Tomorrow, Tuesday, Israel's next star final to select their singer, and it's the first night of Sanremo. Wednesday, it's the second night of Sanremo. Thursday, it's the third night of Sanremo. Friday, it's the fourth night of Sanremo. Saturday, is the fifth night of Sanremo, which is the final night, which should select their singer and song, fingers crossed, unless it's somebody who doesn't want to go to Eurovision, in which case we'll just have to see what happens from RAI. In terms of actual selections, we also have Australia's national final on Saturday, but it will be early if you're watching in Europe. Latvia in the Supernova final. Malta has the X Factor final, but that will only choose the artist. There will probably be a song following at later date. Also joining in the fun on Saturday the 8th, we have the first semi-final over in Iceland. We have the fifth semi-final in Norway. We have the second semi-final in Sweden. And we have the first semi-final in Ukraine. And that is 8 separate shows, probably all 7 of them running all at the same time. So get your multi-screens and laptops and everything out and ready. And once you've got that, have a little breather, because on Sunday you've got the second semi-final over in Poland, where everybody's going to be singing Eurovision themed songs, which will be interesting. I'm waiting to see what the song list picks are coming out of there. Okay, right, that's enough for now. You can start planning things like April. Oh, we had a London Eurovision date, didn't we? Yes, March the 29th at Café de Paris down in London. Pre-party Eurovision in Spain in La Riviera in Madrid is 10th and 11th of April. Eurovision concert over in Amsterdam is for that 4th of April as well. Links to all of those are going to be back on our website. Whew. It's not even the busiest time of year. It's just busier and busier, but yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend. Brace yourselves for the guitars and more. This week's ESC Insight News podcast was written and hosted by Ewan Spence. www.escinsight.com for more.